A former Campbell Soup Company employee is taking legal action against the food giant, and he's making some explosive allegations about one of its top executives.
We have shit for f***ing poor people. Who buys our shit?
I've got one that can see.
I don't think I'm ever going to eat canned soup again unless I absolutely need to. There was a study that gave people either fresh soup or canned soup for 5 days. Then they did a so-called 2-day washout where they took a break from soup. What they found was that consumption of 1 serving of canned soup daily over the course of 5 days was associated with more than 1,000% increase in urinary BPA. 1,000-fold increase in BPA from canned soup. I'm not alarmist, but I only have to read this once. Done. I'm not eating canned soup again unless I'm absolutely starving. Bisphenol A is a known endocrine disruptor. It mimics estrogen in ways that can activate or block estrogenic pathways. So it messes up hormone pathways. BPA is not a good thing. Turns out there's lots of it in the lining of soup cans. The lining helps maintain the flavor and the freshness of the soup in those cans. My suggestion would be, unless you have a powerful reason to consume canned soup, don't consume canned soup.
Former security analyst for Campbell's, Robert Garza of Monroe.
I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's not healthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at it, look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
The recording allegedly of Campbell's VP and Chief Information Security Officer Martin Bally.
He has no filter.
Bally, along with another supervisor and Campbell Soup Company, named in a lawsuit filed Thursday. The suit claiming Bally made racist remarks, admits to coming to work high, and Garza fired for coming forward.
What do you think about the things that he was saying?
Oh, just pure disgust.
Garza says he usually worked remotely for Campbell's headquarters based in Camden, New Jersey. But thinking he'd be discussing his salary with Bally, he says the recording taken in person at a restaurant.
They couldn't think for the I'm like, you dumb
Garza says he felt sick after the rant, deciding to go to his direct supervisor in January, keeping the recordings to himself.
He had never had any disciplinary action. They had never written him up for poor work performance.
Garza says no one at Campbell's ever followed up, and it's taken him 10 months to find a new job, calling the way the canned soup company handled it simply terrible.
They have a motto, like we treat you like family, here at Campbell's, come work for us, we treat our employees like family. That's not the case.
We did just receive a statement from Campbell's that says, quote, if accurate, the comments in the recording are unacceptable. They do not reflect our values and the culture of our company. We are actively investigating this matter. We've also reached out directly to Martin Bally. Erica Erickson, Local 4.
So we know this. A lot of the foods, a lot of the meat is not real. Like I made a video on my other channel, Seconds of Horror, talking about how they are cloning animals for the food supply, not just in Canada, but also in the United States. GMO animals and so forth. And as this individual said, 3D printed chicken. And you cannot forget Soylent Green is people. And I'm sure it's not just this one executive that feels this way. And I'm sure it's not just this one company whose food is made out of very disturbing things. But what also got me was the newscaster slurping on the soup at the end. You can tell Project Mockingbird is in full effect. After we heard from this executive that the food's not real, it's bioengineered, 3D printed, she's still going to show her audience eating the Campbell soup. You can tell Project Mockingbird is in full effect. After we heard from this executive that the food's not real, it's bioengineered, 3D printed, she's still going to show her audience eating the Campbell soup.
is coming. You may be at church. You may be at work. You may be asleep. God grant that you will be ready when he makes his personal appearance. My God, what if his appearance occurs on a Sunday morning? My prophetic word to you this morning is get ready, get ready.